Dozens of agencies, organizations have pitched in and volunteered in the search for Summer. Now, with these efforts scaled back, what do we know about this search and where it goes from here?
Josh and Sarah, that's a really hard question to answer, but budget season is underway for a struggling Hawkins County, and that is for sure. And commissioners are now working to figure out how to help fund the sheriff's department and the other rescue squads that were there on the scene working to find the little girl.
And this is a disaster, right? So a little girl went missing. This is as big of a disaster as you can imagine for us, really.
As all eyes were on Hawkins County during the ground search for Summer Wells, commissioners want to be sure those departments are funded.
A search of this scale and of this magnitude, I felt like probably drained some resources for the rescue agencies that are volunteer and for our sheriff's department. You know, I know there are literally thousands of man hours spent out there, and it's not over. And, you know, what?
Well, why don't you allow nonprofit search organizations to come in and help you out? Or allow people volunteering to come and help you search. It's not like you don't have the resources, it's that you don't want to use the resources.
That looks like for our budget.
Last week, Sheriff Ronnie Lawson said he didn't have exact totals for how much the search for the missing girl cost his department.
My patrol division, that's the officers goes out and answer the calls and stuff, and my school resource officers, just those two groups alone, they accumulated over 3,200 hours. That's not counting the rest of the division.
The search also highlighted issues with the communication system in the county and depleted funds and resources from other agencies, including rescue.
There is a problem with communication in this case, a big problem.
Squads and those that are volunteer-based.
It's going to cost a lot of money, and the thing is that if it's going to cost this amount of money, we just have to figure out how to resource the sheriff's department. It's not a matter of, you know, it's going to cost this much money, so we can't continue the search. That's not part of the conversation.
Well, that's what it looks like.
At all. This conversation is more about how can we resource our first responders to be able to do the job we paid them to do.
Hawkins County is heading into this fiscal year.
Then why not let Adventures with Purpose come in and search the ponds on properties that have not been searched yet? Or other volunteer non-for-profit agencies that have offered help and you've turned it down.
Are on a $2 million deficit and plans to make up the money from their reserve fund. While money can be moved
Summer is worth way more than $2 million.
around, Commissioner Hannah Weiniger wonders what other costs the counties could have if funding had to be cut back for those agencies.
If these rescue organizations fold and the county, I mean, we have to have these organizations. We have to have these type of things. So if they fold, what does that look like, and what would that cost the county to pay, you know, county employees to do these kind of services?
This upcoming year's budget for the county will go to the full commission at the end of this month. Now, it's important to make it clear that this is only the total for the sheriff's.
I would think in a county that has the terrain that Hawkins County has and the amount of land that the residents own, that you might expect that there is going to be on an occasion a need to search for people, whether it be a child got lost or an elderly person is disoriented and gets lost. It's your area, a problem that could be created, and you might want to put some money back for that.
Department's entire operating costs, not necessarily individual investigations. Now, both Commissioner Weiniger and Roach say that they expect the commission to move money around as needed when the Sheriff's Department and these other agencies come to them with the totals from this search.
Ansley, thanks. And investigators are still looking for the driver of a red Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, absolutely, they are not. Because one has been reported to you, and you obviously are not concerned with it because you never called the person back to even inquire about it.
Full bed ladder rack in the back, we're told. The TBI stresses that
I pulled off crossways in the road, so I'm still parallel with Beach Creek. In other words, I don't turn into the road like I'm going to go down the road. I just kind of pull across the front of it, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
kind of looking at the stop sign, basically, right? So,
Towards
and
Mountain View, yeah.
so I'm pulling the camera. I have my phone bungeed on my mirror with the hair ties for a dash cam. I pull it off there and it stops recording. So I get it back on again and I pan and I get him driving by and he drives by. And as soon as he drives by, I floor it and I try to get him because I didn't think I got the plate. I didn't know if it was recorded or not. Well, here it stopped again. So then I hit record again. So, and I'm freaking out, right? Because it's been like 4 or 5 miles. This guy's been on me. So I'm going and I'm chasing him and I try to catch up to him and he's pulling away from me. And I'm doing 70, 75, 80 on Beach Creek.
Wow.
I'm hauling at. I mean, you can hear the motor roaring in the Jeep. Yeah, and I can't. He's in the frame, but I can't catch him. So I end up pulling off onto Ben Hill, but I didn't pull in. I kind of like skidded right toward the telephone pole. You know, the one that's got the little like green birdhouse thing on it.
Yeah.
I almost like put a V in the front of my truck hitting the pole. I like
Wow.
skidded right toward the pole because I was going so fast. And he went out of frame. I knew I couldn't catch him. Well, I didn't know what I had, and I didn't know what it was. So I go live that night because I was going live like 2 or 3 times a day while I was down there, right?
Right.
So I go live that night and I play it, and it's a freaking maroon Toyota Tacoma, the right body style, the right color, and it wasn't just in the area; it was on Beach Creek at Ben Hill Road. And I got him like his face, his clothes, everything. I got the plate, all of it.
Wow.
So everybody says, you need to call TBI. You need to call TBI. And I was freaking out. I was like, so I changed the subject for a little while on my live. And then I said, okay, I'm going to end this. I got to call. So I called TBI. I've called TBI twice. And I said, look, I got video footage. And this is what happened to me. And then I called Pruitt. And I left message after message after message on Pruitt's thing. Never got no answer. They never got back with me and I'm like, okay, either the truck's not important, they've already figured out who it is, but I didn't give them a plate number. I didn't give them video. I just told them what happened and get back. This is my name. Get back with me.
That's
They
crazy
didn't-
because Bullhorn Beatty got straight through to him.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, that's what's
That's crazy.
What? So yeah, so then a month went by and then I thought, okay, well then I was talking about it